We're good. Testing 1, 2. All right. Hey, my name's Colin Tarrant, and I am a referee, instructor, coach for NCSRA and a referee for J. Martin here with J. Martin officials. And today we're going to have some questions for our youth referees about general refereeing, and we'll open it up to questions from the audience as well as we go along. For starters, introductions, of course, we have Paige, we got Joe, and we got Peyton over here. I almost called you by your last name first. That would have been funny. But, guys, first and foremost, how long have you guys been refereeing for?
This will be my 4th year.
Okay, 4 years from Jaden.
I've been refereeing 4.5.
I've also been.
We got a whole wide range of years going on. And why did you get into refereeing? Paige, we're starting with you.
I really like playing soccer, and I wanted to get to know the game more, pretty much, and I like the interaction with all the other people. Yeah.
Joe?
I got into the refereeing because I wanted to do something that was active and helping the community. I really enjoy just being able to make a positive impact and making sure that the players are safe in a sport that I really love to play and just be around.
I got into refereeing because one tournament I was out here for my brother's soccer game, and I remember Jay was out here with his oldest grandson, Jacob, and I remember talking to him about becoming a referee, and that's basically just how I got into it.
Primarily this next question. What were some of the challenges that you faced when you first were going to assign? Were you finding assigners, or maybe setting blocks?
I would say just the amount of games that I got. I wouldn't get a lot of games because I was just starting off, so I'd be getting like rec games, which you just have to build up. Just being out there and being confident and making sure you're reliable and a good what's the word? I don't know the word for it.
Reliable overall.
Yeah.
So ultimately you guys will be seen what wrecking you think you're doing and no one's watching. You've got to have referee mentors out there watching your game. That goes with having the socks pulled up, right? Having shirts tucked paid. and so you'll be seen as you look the part, referee mentor sees it, and then all of a sudden you're not doing the rec games anymore, you're on classes. And then the next thing you know, you might be doing a semi-pro game or an adult game, right? So that's how you move up. Joe, anything to add?
Yes, definitely for me, my first year, I did not set blocks the way I should have, and that was all the learning process. I would just be like, whatever games I get. And over time you learn that it's really important just to communicate with, in our instance, Jay, but with any of your like general managers or whatever it is, and just making sure that they know your availability, but also being honest and saying, this is when I can't work, so that they know when they can assign you games, because they don't want to assign you games if they know they'll probably just decline them. And that was a really big thing for me, was learning to make sure that I do the right part on my part, right job on my part, so that Jay and others can do the right job for them.
Yeah, it definitely is a time thing too. Like, if at first I didn't get a lot of games, but once you start doing more games and being around more people, like, you can work with other referees and you might not know like who they are. Like, some might be mentors, and like, for instance, I'll put in good words for other refs that I think are doing a good job and think that you need to get moved up. So I mean, it's definitely a time thing. Once you get your time thing, put reffing like as a priority on your weekends, so you start getting those more games and start getting more experiences and stuff on the weekend.
Any questions from out here about refereeing starting out? So the question was, how long did it take for you guys to think that you can do the bigger and higher level games?
For me, I'd say like 6 months. I mean, kind of depending, but yeah.
So for me, I grew up playing soccer, so I was pretty confident going into it. I think the biggest part is being confident with who you are and just knowing that whatever you call you make is you're just doing the best you can possibly do, and always having a growing mindset, because that's just so important. I would say it took me about 5 to 8 months to start feeling more confident. It was helpful to start off with like AR games where you can just learn the basics and like get to know like the basic essentials of like, this is how I should act, this is how I should like check in teams, right? And learning those things is really important. But once you start feeling more confident with that, just taking your next steps, texting or emailing your advisor, just being like, hey, I'm starting to look forward to this next step. How can I improve in my ability to do something? That way you're taking initiative and you start becoming more able to just have confidence in those situations. I think it's important, even if you're not 100% confident in yourself, putting yourself in that situation to start off with is a big step into becoming more confident in those scenarios.
I don't think I can really add much to that. He basically just covered the basics. Just being confident and just working your way up. As he said, checking in teams, just doing the regular stuff. And then, as Paige mentioned, just spread of word, like getting your name out there, and then also emailing and basically texting your assigners, saying you're ready for the next step. That's pretty much it.
So when you guys say you're ready for the next step, I'm assuming that you guys kind of figured out relatively early on that you started to really enjoy officiating,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I after like my first couple of months doing it, I would just be ecstatic when I would just get more games on the weekends and also more higher level games, because that does come with more pay, but that also comes with more responsibility. And as you become more responsible, then you're able to do more games at a higher level.
For me, it was a little bit different. I struggled just because, to start off with, I think just taking the step of realizing that people are going to be mad at you no matter what. You can only make 50% of the people happy at once. Hopefully, you're making the right call 100% of the time. But you're not always perfect, though. And understanding, yep, you can only do the best you can do, and understanding that and just being confident in yourself is really important with that. But definitely after probably 4 months, I really started enjoying refereeing once I like just realized that you can only do what you can do, and just to take the positive aspect out of everything, like enjoy refereeing, you're outside, you're enjoying nature, but you're also reffing this amazing game of soccer, and that's something that's really special and not a lot of people can do. And so it's just an amazing opportunity in general.
Well, for me, at first, I really hated reffing. Like, it was just bad. But, I mean, you do have to give it time after those first few games. I mean, yeah, the coaches and the parents are all going to, like, say stuff to you, but you kind of have to learn how to grow out of it and just take it. And, I mean, it's every single game. Like, will be a few games where you're going to get, like, everything was perfect. Like, everyone was happy, but that happens, like, once in, like, forever. But once I got used to it, I mean, I enjoyed it after probably like around 3 months, and I was like, this is something that's really cool, and yeah, not a lot of people can do, and it was just like, get to learn the game more, and yeah, it was just kind of fun after that, but yeah.
I would say if you don't enjoy officiating, you might not do it very long, right? The mouth, everything else might get old pretty fast, but if you love it, you're going to love it. Anything else out here that you guys enjoy about officiating? You add in? Exercise, Cassidy? Yep, getting another game from a different perspective. All good points of enjoying it overall. I think we're going to start wrapping this here in a second. I want to close with, from you guys, what would be something that you would say advice-wise to give someone just starting out? Hey, Paige, we can start with you if you want. You got the mic.
Yeah, pretty much my big thing would be to give it time, be confident in your calls, because if you, like, people will see if you're scared on the field, like, and then they're not going to take you serious, and then that's when you're going to get, like, mouthed at more. So I would be saying, be confident in your calls, even though if you're not 100%, just try to like look confident. Looking the part is definitely something like one of the biggest things. Another thing is like eye contact with your ARs, because maybe sometimes like you're a newer ref, but you have ARs on the side that have more experience than you, and so they can help you out with calls, but you still gotta like look confident and like act like you want to be there, and yeah.
I think Paige really covered this well, but confidence is so key, especially starting refereeing. It's so easy to just have a negative mental side, just taking it in and being like, oh, this is a job, this isn't fun, I'm getting yelled at. But when you start really like thinking about it and you just start looking at the positives and realizing all the benefits and the amazing like friendships you make throughout refereeing, it's really amazing just to be able to see that. So even if you might not see it right now, reffing is more than just a job. It's more than just like a place where you look out for others. And our main job is to keep people safe. But it's built a community. Everybody here I think I've worked with probably once, sometimes a lot more. Like I've known Jaden since probably 5th grade. I didn't know that I'd be working with him like 6-7 years later, but it's pretty awesome. And it's just a really big community. So making those friendships and just being positive every single day is something I would really take out of refereeing.
As they've stated, just staying confident and having an open mind, because when you're out there, you're going to get yelled at. You're not going to make everyone happy, and you're going to have to do the right call no matter basically what it is. It could affect the game. It could be a last-second call, but you're going to have to do that, and you're just going to have to remember that, yes, you might get yelled at, but at the end of the day, you made the right decision, you made the right call, and that's basically all that we have.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff, guys. I'll close it with Jay. Anything you have to add?
A couple of things. Just has happened the last 2 days. Somebody mentioned about always trying to be professional out there. You never know who's watching. I got 3 emails this weekend positive about referees, names from older referees. Hey, I worked with such and such, did a phenomenal job. He's looking to more games. Brand new referee, you got to give him some more games because he's really professional in there. So I'm getting these emails, so don't feel like you're not being seen. I'm not hearing about what's going out there because I do. So always be professional. On a negative side, I got 3 phone calls, text, because they don't call anymore, right? You text, right? I don't get phone calls, I get text. So I'm very nervous. I'm an AR on this game. The center referee and the AR is not here. It's 5 minutes before kickoff. What should I do? I got 3 of those this weekend. So when do you need to be at the field before kickoff? 30 minutes. 20 minutes minimum. And that doesn't mean being in the parking lot, right? That means being on the field. That referee was scared to death because she thought she was going to have to jump in and run that game by herself, and she was an AR, brand new referee. So, I get phone calls from coaches. Hey, I don't have a crew here. 5 minutes later, oh, the crew is here. You put a lot of people in worry by not showing up on game time. Okay, if everybody run late, right? There's reasons you're going to miss that 30-minute and 20-minute mark. What do you do? If you're running to a field, you know you're going to be there 5 minutes before kickoff. What do you do? Yeah, you contact the crew, right? How do you find your crew's cell phone number?
Arbiter.
Specifically.
The game match. You click on the
Match
thing
report.
and it'll tell you the
Click on your game match number, right? It pops up everybody on your crew and their contact information. 10 minutes before game time, if nobody's there and you need to start texting your crew. Hey, where are you? Are you coming? If you're running late, you need to be texting your crew, hey, I'm running late. I'm going to be there 10 minutes before game. I'm sorry, I'm coming from another game, whatever the reason is, but let people know. It takes all the relief off if everybody knows you're going to be there, right? Very important. All right.
Any final points from our audience here? General questions, statements? Anything? Shy?
One thing that is very important here is being a referee is a preparation for your life. You make decisions on the second, and when you grow up and you've been working in your profession, you're already prepared. You're already comfortable on making these decisions. And that is something that I always tell the referees, that you are preparing yourself for life. And you are being questioned, you're being confronted. That's something that will happen in your life later on. And you know how to do that. So that's another benefit of being a referee. So I'm very proud. I work with most of you guys, and you know it. And I really appreciate you guys sharing this with us today. Thank you.
All right, well, if there's not anything else, that'll be a wrap here for this one. The first, I think, probably the first ever referee panel in NCSRA history, right here, right now. So good stuff, guys. And we'll probably have to do this again at some point. Jay will organize something, so good. Cheers, all. Thanks for coming out.